2026 will be the last year that we see Medicaid in its current form. So I want to give 3 tips to people who receive Medicaid on how to essentially prepare for the changes that are coming to Medicaid in 2027. And so tip number 1 is maintaining eligibility. So one thing that's going to be occurring pretty often in starting 2027 is every 6 months there'll be Medicaid eligibility checks. And so a good thing to start now in 2026 is just making sure that you stay up to date with your Medicaid eligibility. So that's making sure that the Medicaid office in your state has all of the most up to date information about your employment, about your income level, about your status, anything that you need to provide to them to make sure that they know that you are still Medicaid eligible. Just get into the habit of providing that. The second tip I would say is talk to your current providers. See if they intend to still accept Medicaid after changes occur. And having that conversation with them is very important because it can give you an insight on if you can stay with them, if you'll be allowed to stay with them. If you need to change and pivot, you have some time to figure out what are, who are new providers that will continue to take Medicaid even throughout the changes. Just having that upfront conversation with them will help a lot on planning for the future and making sure there's no lapse in care that you receive. And the third tip is see what your state government is doing. If you're, a resident of New York State, Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, talked about the 2027 fiscal year budget and plan, and outlined, things that they're going to do to help offset the reduced spending for Medicaid, reduced federal spending for Medicaid. So see what your state is doing. I can't think of, a governor that wouldn't be currently planning for that, as we all know it's coming. Everyone will be planning for a decreased spend in Medicaid. And so talking to, not talking, but looking at what the plan is for the state that you live in would be really important for you to see what type of changes they're going to make and how they're going to accommodate for the changes happening at the federal level. And so those are the 3 tips I would give for anyone who is a Medicaid recipient on what they should do in 2026 to help prepare for a lot of the changes that will be coming starting in 2027.